What is up, my fam bam? Ashley Elizabeth here with AHM Artistry, and welcome to episode 4 of my 7 days of cruelty-free drugstore concealer series. Today, we are testing out the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer, and we will see if it can't stop and won't stop, and if it's any good. We're gonna be doing a wear test. We're gonna be testing it right on my face. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of specifications, and if that all sounds good and dandy to you, then we're just gonna jump right into that video. Before we jump right into specifications for this concealer, I do want to remind you guys of our requirements when testing out concealers during these 7 days of cruelty-free drugstore foundations. Everything that I'm going to be doing, that's the same, and everything like that. If you need more explanation, if you are new to this series, you can watch episode 1. All the episodes will be linked in the description box, however, and you can watch in order so you can follow along and know what the heck I'm talking about, because oftentimes I will compare this concealer upon previous wears and so on and so forth. So anyways, back to this concealer. Okay, so here she is in all her glory. Didn't come in a box or anything like that, just had that tight cellophane casing that you have to like tear off. Now I was lucky enough to pick this up at Ulta where they had actual testers in store in stock and not disgusting. So that was a first kind of, then that was really nice. So I was able to actually shade match pretty well this time. I got the shade Vanilla and there are a total of 24 shades, which for a drugstore concealer, that is awesome. Awesome sauce. I purchased mine for $8.50, but the cheapest that I saw it was actually at Walgreens, and that was $7.65. But if you have a logo Ulta, girl, we can't hide from those points. We love those points and we love those coupons. Coupons will bring it down as well too. However, it is worth noting that this concealer actually only comes with 0.11 fluid ounces or 3.5 ml, and that is actually the smallest amount of concealer that we've tested this week as far as what comes in the actual product. So yeah, the price point might be right there in the middle, right around $8 or $9. However, you get the least so far amount of product, but maybe it's a don't have to use as much kind of situation. We will have to test that and see. Go ahead and show you what this applicator looks like. So a little doe foot applicator, very, very pointed tip, good for precision. And I'll show you a little swatchy poo of that. Again, this is in the shade Vanilla, also called 06, depending on which stand that you're looking at, if you're looking at a stand. Okay, time to apply this right on my face. So I have to be honest, this concealer I am the most excited about because I was actually able to swatch this one in Ulta stores. They had it. I did end up having to order it online because they were sold out of my shade, but the texture of it seemed so nice and smoothing. It like literally made the skin on my hands look flawless, which never happens. So I'm very optimistic for this concealer, but we're gonna see if it actually does what I'm thinking it's gonna do. So let's start by covering up that discoloration. Well, the applicator is very, very pointy, like boop. Okay, we got some coverage in there. Not like the most full, but pretty good. Pretty darn good. Let's apply some foundation now. And for those of you that don't know, I'm using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. I am in the shade at number 12, Warm Natural. Time to apply it everywhere else now. So let's put some right under here. So I'm really excited to see if it like helps smooth fine lines, because that's kind of how it felt. And it seemed very creamy, very smooth. Doesn't seem like very dry, you know. Seems kind of hydrating. Pretty good coverage so far. That's looking real good. It is drying down a little bit before I can get to the blended area, so I would actually work in sections. It was easy to blend on the fresh spots, but a little bit more difficult on the ones that have already been there the longest. Look at all those pimples that I've had trouble covering up all week. Look really covered and without having to do a second layer. How about that? Let's take a look at that coverage now. Let's zoom on in, get real close, face-like. So here we are. Here's everything with my lights dimmed down so you can really see any texture, any emphasis on that. Coverage is looking real good. Really good. Best so far this week, for sure. That is looking real nice. Pores seem really good. Under eyes seem great. Lots of coverage. I can see it's about to start creasing, so I really need to quickly set it, and then hopefully it won't have the same issues as the Wet n Wild one that we had issues with. But all the acne and stuff is getting covered. Over here looks really good coverage. Really good. Okay, I'm gonna go set all this, do my topping products, and we'll see how it looks then. Okay, this looks amazing. It looks so good. Ooh, I am so excited. Let me just show you guys, okay? Look at this. Look at the coverage, the smoothness, the under eyes are looking good. Upper lip is looking good. Nose, good. Forehead, everywhere looks full coverage, looks smooth, doesn't look dry and cakey. Everything is looking fantastic. Oh, yay! This is what we want in a series like this, to find something that looks amazing, right? So, okay. And here's a shot with my lights dimmed down so you can really see any kind of texture that might be going on or anything. I'm not experiencing creasing in the fine lines like I thought I was going to be. Everything looks pretty good there, so hopefully that'll maintain in the 8-hour wear test. Okay, I'm loving that right now, right this minute. I'm loving it. However, we haven't done an 8-hour wear test and we need to see how it actually wears. Right now, it feels amazing. My skin doesn't feel tight or anything. Pimples are covered. I'm excited. I do want to mention, before filming this, like yesterday I didn't film a video and my eyes just started watering like crazy for some reason, so it's kind of carried over into today. So if we do get any patches right here by the corners of my eyes, it's because my eyes are watering like crazy, not the concealer. I just want to mention that because I've already had to like try to cover it because it just creates like this little spacing. So we're gonna ignore that if it happens, but otherwise, let's see how this actually wore after 8 hours. Okay, literally same reaction, but 8 hours later. Not even kidding. Wow. Let me just show you everything, okay? You know, I was super hype about this concealer and it did not disappoint. First of all, let me start off by saying it was a pizza and beer kind of afternoon, you know? Lots of pizza going on. It's been off and on raining. And will you see how my concealer is holding up? Pretty darn tootin' well. Let me interrupt myself here for a second. It is not until I was editing this video that I noticed that the concealer oxidized like crazy on my, you know, so you can see, because I didn't bring it down to my neck for some reason this day, which is good, because then I could really tell that it oxidized after 8 hours. So something to take into consideration when you're trying to choose your right shade in the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. Back to my other thoughts. I'm not getting that netting, you know, weirdness, kind of powdery look over my upper lip that all the other concealers have done this week. I have a whitehead, but that is not the concealer's fault. That was coming before, probably because this is my 4th day testing different concealers. But I would say my only trouble area is the under eyes around the little fine lines. And like the coverage is so good that I can look past it a little bit. I think I would need to hydrate under my eyes a little bit more. I'll try zooming in really so you guys can see. So I don't know if you can see, there's a little tiny bit of creasing just now, and I would say that probably started about an hour ago because I was looking at my face all day and everything, and it was looking good. It was looking good. Look at, I don't have texture around the fine lines. I don't know. So I'm happy that we have found a good one overall. Like, I mean, this is up to you whether that's doable. I think I can extra hydrate under there and it won't be so dry because I really didn't take extra care on that area. I'm just doing my normal basic steps, right? But everywhere else is looking good. My skin has looked so glowy. It doesn't look too matte. It's not too dry, and it's full coverage. Like, look at all the pimples. They're still pretty covered. I'm getting a tiny bit shiny now, but this is like basic for 8 hours. Not, you know, I would say the next one that was shiny was what, Milani. Wet n Wild and Pacifica were very shiny, so this is looking, yay! It's as good as I thought. However, I mean, the price point isn't as good because you don't get as much product, but I mean, if it's good, it's good, you know. If it's good, it's good. So I will not put this on like my favorites list yet, but this is the one that I am most excited about using in my everyday life. So make sure that you are subscribed and that your notification bell is turned on. In about a month, I will be doing an updated video letting you guys know if my opinions have changed on these concealers or anything, but oh my goodness, God. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is it for today. That is it for the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer. I think the proof is in the pudding here, and I'm digging it. Just the under eyes need a little more attention, a little bit of love, but it's not even as bad as some of the other concealers we've used this week, so I think I've said enough. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have tried this concealer. If not, is that something that you would want to try? That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching day 4, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 5 of 7 days of cruelty-free drugstore concealers. And don't forget, have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, happy, beautiful day!